Only time will tell if NIO's various gambles will pay off. If you want to be a part of the conversation before it happens here on YouTube, click that link in the description to join the free Courtside Financial Discord. What's going on, everyone? My name's Obi, and welcome back to the Courtside Financial Podcast, the podcast where we talk about business and technology. As I mentioned in the past few episodes, we're quickly approaching our 100th episode. So if you have some suggestions for that, please leave them down in the comment below. Either way, we're going to end up doing something special. Today's episode is going to be all about NIO's future. Is it all about going green? Is ecology the focus point? So stay tuned. It's going to be a good video. Going to be lots of interesting information. But make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Click the notification bell icon and leave a comment down below. All that stuff really does go a long way in helping out the channel. Recently, a significant shift in NIO's business portfolio has been raising eyebrows. The company you know for its sleek electric vehicles has just expanded into new territory. They rebranded Hiding Insurance Brokers to NIO Insurance Brokers. Well, what does this mean, you ask? It's not just a name change, it's a strategic move that's causing quite the stir in the industry. As we discussed earlier this week, this is NIO's push to get into the insurance game. Now, NIO isn't alone in this journey. They've got some high-end competitors like BYD, XPeng, and even EV giant and well-known pioneer Tesla. They've all set their eyes on the lucrative market of auto insurance. But what's the big deal with all these companies getting into the EV insurance arena, you might wonder? Well, Dong Hao, an industry veteran, points out that new energy car companies can excel in damage assessment and premium estimation. This gives them a leg up over traditional car companies. It's like they've got a secret weapon in their arsenal. So the big question that we're facing today is, can this insurance venture really drive NIO's ecosystem further, especially when they're already juggling mobile phones, a charging company, and other ventures. NIO having its arms in so many buckets is a puzzle that keeps the industry on its toes. Alright, so let's get into the nitty gritty. According to statistics, the EV market in China is booming. It's like a rocket ship ready to take off with millions of EVs hitting the street every day. This, my friends, creates a vast blue ocean market for electric vehicle car companies, especially as it pertains to the insurance market. It's estimated that by 2025, new energy vehicle insurance premiums will hit a staggering 186.5 billion yuan. This represents a significant slice of the auto insurance pie. So it's no wonder that NIO and its peers want a piece of this action. They invested in HIB, Hiding Insurance Brokers, and that led to the birth of NIO Insurance Brokers. The acquisition cost? Well, it's anybody's guess. When BYD acquired an insurance license, they spent 4 billion yuan. You could say NIO was trading money for time, buying chickens to lay golden eggs instead of waiting for their golden goose to appear. Alright, so you might be wondering what's next on this roller coaster ride. Zhang Xiang, an automotive industry expert, says that NIO's journey is just beginning. It's like a chess game, and NIO's making the moves to tap into precise customer groups. But there's a twist in the tale. New energy insurance isn't a cash cow yet. It's more like a calf finding its legs. There are high underwriting pressures, and this might be a tougher game than NIO anticipated. Now here's where the rubber meets the road. NIO has the license, but do they have the firepower? The insurance market for electric vehicles comes with high compensation pressures and significant losses. The accident rate for new energy vehicles is almost double that of traditional cars. With an increase in EV travel, underwriting costs are piling up. Shen Hongwan's research report paints a gloomy picture of a loss ratio of over 85%. So in this industry, there's immense pressure to keep the ship afloat. You see, it's not just about having an insurance license. NIO needs to find serious financial firepower and technical prowess, and a network that covers all bases associated with this type of industry. Without that, it's like entering into a battlefield without ammunition. Okay, so here's where it gets even juicier. NIO isn't just playing the insurance game. They're crossing borders like there's no tomorrow. You've got mobile phones, charging stations, and now NIO Insurance. It's like NIO keeps on expanding into territories that just make them look like less of an automobile manufacturer. Take their mobile phones, for example. NIO users have their very own mobile phone. But the question is, do NIO users really want NIO phones? Many are scratching their head wondering if NIO should focus more on cars instead. It's a story that's getting plenty of attention and drawing so many headlines every single day. And then there's the charging infrastructure. NIO's got a network of battery swapping stations and charging points. They've invested billions, yes, with a B, into these charging stations in this network. But the reality is that today they're not raking in any profit. In fact, NIO's even struggling to break even with their battery swapping stations. Some feel like it's investing in a gold mine but only finding fool's gold. So while these ventures look good on paper, they're not exactly adding gold bars to NIO's gold vault. So what's the verdict then? NIO, the electric vehicle giant, is marching into various territories. And they definitely got some cool toys up their sleeves. But they're clearly facing growing pains, and it's unclear as to whether the diversifications will work out. It's a high-stakes game, and NIO shareholders are watching closely. As competition in the electric vehicle industry heats up, NIO's continued expansion into different market segments and everything might be a double-edged sword. While it's exciting to see NIO's growth, it's vital that they don't spread themselves too thin. Only time will tell if NIO's various gambles will pay off. That's a wrap, folks, for today's episode. Thank you for joining us on the Courtside Financial podcast, where we break down the stories that matter the most. As I said earlier, we're getting closer to that 100th episode. Leave some suggestions down below, hit the like button, click the notification bell icon, join the free Discord. You have information to gain, nothing to lose. And until next time, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a weekend recap.